A Division II championship is on the line here at Panama City Beach. The Freedom Cowboys just got the victory a few moments ago, a 28-0 shutout against the Pack Panthers, and now collide with the Fighting Rangers, who the Fighting Rangers took a win against the Pack Panthers yesterday, 26-6, and then tonight took the loss to the Evangel Christian School Lightning to make it here to the Division II Championship. Spencer Thompson and James Shannon on the call. Set to be a great matchup as from what we've seen from the Freedom Cowboys.
It's going to be a good one. I've never actually watched a football team, a high school football team from a kind of a military background. And so the Rangers coming out of Camp Hill, Alabama near Auburn, Cowboys coming out of Huntsville, out of Alabama. Two Alabama teams going for a championship. This is what it's all about.
And away we go. 2 15-minute quarters as the same and goes back deep in the end zone. And the Rangers won the coin toss and elected to receive. And we'll see how the Fighting Rangers perform here. Their head coach, Roland Bell, and my offensive coordinator, Kelly Matthew, and Jacob Narotsky at the defensive side. And first play of the offensive game, huge shift of the line. First offensive play of this Division II championship. The catch is made. That is Tali Diallo. Gets down to about the 30-yard line and likely will move the chains for a first down.
Pass is caught by Fry to the 30-yard line. That's enough to move the chains for a Rangers first down.
It's 1st and 10. Quick toss, right side. Tally gets the catch. Down to about the 40. And moving the chains again. That quick connection between Wallace and Tally. Down to the 40-yard line, just marching down the field.
Pass is complete for a Rangers first down.
Another 1st and 10. Quick toss again. They're doing the same play. The defense finally reads it. Good defensive move by Hermina. Tripped him up in the backfield for a loss of about 8.
Pass is complete to Diallo. That'll bring up a Rangers second down.
So about 2nd down and 19. More motion. 3 plays in a row. They toss to Diallo. Now Wallace hands it off. That defensive line trips him up. Yogi Barker gets tripped up at about a gain of a yard for 3rd down.
That'll bring up a Rangers 3rd down.
Sophomore gets the quick reception, and the Fighting Rangers like to run a really good hurry-up offense here. There's hardly been any break. This is about the first break that they're taking.
Well, you've seen it here. It's been nonstop, just bang, bang, bang. And they're trying to wear out this Cowboys defense that just played a 30-minute game with about a 45-minute break. So a little bit longer half followed by a extremely much longer halftime than usual. They're trying to catch this defense tired.
Another rush for Barker. Barker cutting around, finally wrapped up by Tristan Martone and brought down by several Cowboys players in the backfield. Now a 4th down for the Fighting Rangers to face off.
4th down, Fighting Rangers.
We'll see what Kelly Matthew can get cooked up here. Likely they'll just punt it away on their own 34. And that Cowboy defense certainly not showing any fatigue after that 45-minute break, that 30-minute game. And it's a direct snap. That's Nicarius Dowdill. Gets tripped up, and the Cowboys have amazing field advantage to start off on their first offensive drive of the game. That was the kind of start that they needed to get into this matchup.
Turnover on downs and a first down, Freedom Cowboys.
That's exactly the kind of play the Fighting Rangers needed to start out this game.
Yeah, and the Cowboys are just coming out, and they're showing no signs of hesitation, no signs of fatigue. Absolutely just laying out that offense. After a couple quick plays of great gains, they straight up just went after this offense. No holds barred. great to see from Freedom and a great answer. Let's see what they do here on offense. Of course, first game, it was the Jaden Hermina show. Let's see if that's how the second game is.
Freedom Cowboys, of course, losing in the Independence Bowl, have a chance to bring a trophy back. Rush up the middle. Hermina. Again, they fed Hermina throughout the entirety of that semi-playoff game a few moments ago, and trying to just keep it going here. Likely going to be almost as quick of a game as we saw earlier. It's a rush-heavy offense for the Freedom Cowboys. And a 2nd and 6. Handoff again to Hermina. Gets brought down from behind. That's Tristan Ellis, the junior, to bring him down in the backfield. Loss it down to a 3rd and 9.
Loss of yardage on the play. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down for the Cowboys. Well, and again, Hermina getting stuffed there, but I mentioned that first game. When Hermina gets stuffed, he gashes you the next play. He did at least for the Panthers. Let's see what he does here against the Rangers.
Pass play, right side, catch made by Hermina. Spins out of tackle, staying on his feet. How about missing another? One man to beat, and Hermina's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Pass is complete to number 32, Jaden Hermina for 6. And right there, you saw the screen pass. Hermina grabbed it, made 1 man, made 2 men, made 3 men miss, and took off to the end zone, picking right up where he left off against the Panthers, just being such a force. Again, Cowboys rode him here. They're going to continue to ride him to a chance to the opportunity to take a trophy back home to Huntsville. They've already won the Independence Bowl. They've already got that trophy and that win. Looking for their second one here of the season.
Hermina trying to go up the middle, stopped short of the goal line. No good, but the Freedom Cowboys strike first. They did that in the semi game, and they strike first here in the Division II championship. We'll see Southern Prep potentially take the ball back. And there is an injury for one of the – there is an injury here for one of the Fighting Rangers. 11-12 left to go in the first half. Again, it's a 15-minute half. It's two 15-minute halves for this Division II championship. It'll be a full 48 minutes for the Division I championship between the Eagles and the Lightning. That'll be coming up after this game.
Back to return for the Rangers, number 4, Dowdle.
And kickoff there as Yogi Barker taking the return, staying on his feet. He's got several men. He's weaving through. Yogi Barker, the sophomore, trying to find the opening, still weaving around the defense, trying to get brought down from behind. They can't wrap up and tackle him. Yogi Barker could go all the way, weaving through. Oh my gracious, how about that? Barker down to the 4-yard line. What an incredible return.
75-yard kickoff return for number 2, Yogi Barker. That'll bring up a Fighting Rangers first down.
That was such a long return, we couldn't even get the full play on it.
We've seen a lot of plays this year. That is pretty high on my list. And it took getting all the way to the national championship game to see that. But that was incredible. That young man never stopped moving his feet at all. And let's give credit where credit is due. The Cowboys stayed with it the entire way, didn't just give up, and they've dropped him at the 2-yard line. Now they have a chance to score.
Right side rush, and pushing the pile is Dowdle, and stopped at about the 2-yard line.
Carry by Dowdle to the 2-yard line.
And looks like we've got 2 players down on both sides.
Officials timeout.
Officials timeout with the injuries on both sides. Looks like Dowdle is hobbling just a bit, but we got a Freedom player down. Looks like Jeremiah Seuss will step aside for an injury timeout. Jeremiah Seuss back on his feet, but he hobbled over to the sidelines, being looked at by the trainers, and tossed across the middle, incomplete. That one intended for Diallo, incomplete in the middle of the end zone for second and goal.
That will bring up a Rangers second down, third down.
And the Fighting Rangers are really just pressing the Cowboys and testing that defense as Barker gets to the outside. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Rangers. Score by number 2, Yogi Barker.
And after the kickoff return, Barker managed to have just an incredible touchdown, just cut to the outside, and now it's a tie.
Yeah, you saw it on that play. Tried the inside, nothing. Bounces it outside, everything. What an amazing run by that young man. We are literally 5 minutes into this game, and from what I've seen players so far, other than maybe Hermina, that's one of my MVPs.
And Diallo gets the catch for the
two-point conversion attempt is good. Your score, Rangers.
It's now 8-6.
Cowboys 6.
Pegram set to kick off for the
Cowboys. Number 18, Lorio.
Set to kick off for the Fighting Rangers after a touchdown and successful two-point conversion. About 10:03 left to go in the first. Just about 5 minutes in a low line drive, and the Cowboys pick it up. Just knee it down at the 26-yard line. Good awareness by C.J. Erskine.
Erskine. That'll bring up a Cowboys.
And we'll see how the Cowboys respond. See how the Cowboys get a response to that, only down by two. Two-point conversions were a struggle for the Freedom Cowboys in the semifinal just a few moments ago. And
honestly, that was I'm sorry to pull it away. That was a great kickoff. I know they have struggled with 2 points, but I want to bring attention to that kickoff. Just a great low drive, line drive, bounce when it needed to, and stop the return.
We'll see how it helps him there. Toss right side. Tried to go back towards an incomplete. Intended for Erskine. And shaves a few seconds off of the game clock.
Erskine is incomplete. That'll bring up a Cowboys.
Under 10 minutes left to go in the first. Now facing a second down and 10. Right side rush. And the ball pops loose. Freedom gets back on it. Great awareness by Augustus Tucker. Rush on the right side by Kinney, and the ball popped out by the defense.
That'll bring up a Cowboys.
Augustus Tucker with the awareness, and lucky to only have a loss of 1 yard on the play.
Correction, third down.
So make that third down and 11.
Well, just a costly mistake. You saw Kinney carrying it there. Great job. He was trying to hustle and get that edge. And just a great job by the defense coming in there, popping the ball out. Good heads-up play there by Tucker to fall on top of it before they gave the Rangers good field position.
And a big sack in the backfield on Kinney. It's a big play made by Tristan Ellis.
On the play by a host of Rangers. That'll bring up a Cowboys fourth down.
Loss of about 12 yards on the play for 4th and 22. We'll see the punt team come out for Freedom.
Yeah, they've got to take this opportunity to put it deep. Plank has had some good punts, but he could really, really help his team right now. Back deep to return is Barker. We've already seen what he can do on special teams.
And a punt away almost got over to Trent Plank, and bounces picked up by Yogi. Weaving through. He's dangerous when he's trying to return the ball. Staying on his feet. He can't keep his balance. Looked like something was going on with him because he couldn't get his balance for several yards there and down to the 30-yard line. But Yogi Barker, the great return, and now at the 30-yard line.
31-yard line. That'll bring up a Rangers first down.
And the officials conferring for something here. It might be a flag or such, but what a return by Barker.
Yeah, there is a flag on the play, but I want to give a huge shout out to number 97 Brady Conley on that punt. Just stayed with the kick returner, never was out of it. It even trailing him on the return, just trying to hustle and get to him. The size mismatch was incredible because Conley is a big old boy, but he never gave up on it. That's what you need out of your football players to win a championship game.
Just a discussion here between Kyle Collins and head referee, trying to figure out what's going on here. And it looks like they're pointing towards Freedom. So 4th down, and must have been something on the punt. running into the kicker.
The kicker called on the Rangers.
So they just move it up 5 yards for running into the kicker, and now a 4th and 15. And see what Yogi Barker can do on this return. Started at about the 46 and is still on his feet trying to cut to the outside. Yogi Barker on his feet, several flags down to the 15, and there is a Freedom Cowboys player down.
Barker with the punt return to the 15-yard line. Multiple flags on the play.
The player for the Freedom Cowboys down. There is a flag on the play. Likely a something along the lines of a blindside block or something like that, and we'll step aside for an injury timeout. Hermina was the injured Cowboy, back on his feet, probably just shook it up on that. It's a legal block in the back on the return team. So it will still be first down, and they return it back.
That'll move the Rangers back to the 34-yard line. Still first down.
And Barker with just another amazing return, and again, even with the penalty, putting his team in a great position to get a score.
Yeah, I mean, still putting it in the Cowboys' end of the field, and you definitely for sure hope Hermina is okay over there being checked out on the sidelines. He's the heart and soul of that team, and they have to have him. I mean, no player is irreplaceable, but a player like Hermina is a once in a lifetime kind of player.
Deep toss left side, incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Daniel Tampa. Just far off in the middle, and 2nd and 10.
That'll bring up a Fighting Rangers 2nd down.
Okay, so we decided that we were going to do a trophy presentation after this. After this Division One, we'll do it down over by the scoreboard. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and give out the All-Stars.
The handoff up the middle. Rush by Dowdle. Down to about the 28. About the 29-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Carry by Dowdle to the 31-yard line. That'll bring up a Rangers 3rd down. I can't wait to. I'm
3rd and 6.
kind of excited about how the PA system I can yell into. Because that's how I do PA.
Okay, so I could switch out. I've got another PA system.
3rd and 6.
Which just got here.
Here's Wallace. The ball is loose in the backfield. And Barker manages to fall on a great awareness. He was battling with Jeremiah Seuss to get the ball, and a huge loss for a 4th down and 16.
41-yard line. That'll bring up a Rangers 4th down.
That defensive line immediately knew it was a bad snap and pounced right on it.
Oh, they were all over it, and Barker, such a heads-up play to grab it. And again, we saw this here, Spencer, on 4th down, and they're into the field. You've got Barker back here. He's going to go Wildcat.
Barker, that defense reads right through it. Turnover on downs, and the Freedom Cowboys take over.
Carry by Barker to the 38-yard line. That'll be a turnover on downs, and that'll bring up a Freedom Cowboys 1st down.
Did you hear that, Spencer? After this game, we're going to do a trophy presentation on by the scoreboard. I got that quarter. She's on the way.
So now 6:29 left to go in the first half. And ball on the 38-yard line. Freedom Cowboys, we've seen them march down the field before. And it's a rush by Hermina back in. There is a flag down, and the ball pops loose, goes out to about the 48-yard line, but we do have some dirty laundry on the field.
48. Flag on the play.
And it's a holding on the offense, moving back 10 yards.
Holding called on the Cowboys. That will back them up. It will remain first down.
About 6:15 left to go. The Freedom Cowboys get moved to a 1st and 20 after the hold. Kinney hands off. Hermina gets brought down by several defensive linemen.
Carry by Hermina on the play to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up a Cowboys second down.
Loss of a few more yards to a 2nd and 23.
Well, and again, it's happened 3 times so far, Spencer. Now, Hermina did get shaken up just now, but I'm calling it right here. 3 times today, Hermina has gotten shut down, and 3 times the play after, he has scored or gashed the defense. Ball is going to Hermina right here. He is going to score or gash the defense.
Toss right side. The catch is made by Zena. Zena brought down at about the 28-yard line as the clock continues to go. And it's a 3rd down and a lot of yards for the Freedom Cowboys to make back to get the first down. It's a tough situation here for Freedom.
Everybody's wrong every once in a while. I mean, the ball went to someone completely different, so how is Hermina going to gash the defense when he doesn't even get the ball? You got to wonder about the play call. But regardless, great job by Zena. But this Rangers defense, they're not going away, and they are here to try to take that trophy back to Camp Hill.
Camp Hill looking for a Division II national championship. Deep toss across the middle, incomplete. Pass intended originally for C.J. Erskine and incomplete.
Erskine is incomplete. That'll bring up a Cowboys 4th down.
So now a 4th down and long. Fourth down and set to punt is Trent Plank. And Plank with a high up punt to the right. Back to receive is Dowdle, but just lets it bounce all the way to the 32-yard line.
Punt is down by Tucker at the 32-yard line. That will bring up a
James, 10
Rangers
seconds off.
First down.
Fighting Rangers, we'll see what they can cook up here. Again, Kelly Matthew, the offensive coordinator, he's led the Fighting Rangers to a 7-4 record on the season. Of course, for Southern Prep, they ended up winning. Ended up having a pretty good year.
Well, and 7-3 on the season until Saturday, and then they played a tough Evangel team that's playing for the D1 championship. So it's not like, even coming here to Florida, that they've, lost to cupcake teams. They lost to a team playing for the D1 championship.
Took a loss. And how about the Freedom defense getting in the backfield? A big play by Joshua Butler. He's hyped up after that one.
That will bring up a Rangers 2nd down and long.
Those are your type of defensive plays.
Boy, they just ate that offensive line for lunch. I mean, speaking of, I'm getting hungry. Speaking of lunch, they ate that offensive line for lunch. No holds barred, just absolutely. Wallace had zero chance. And we saw Freedom do that to the Pack earlier in that earlier game. They got inside the head of Taylor, and every time he dropped back, a little ticker in the back of his head going, hey, guess what? I could get put on the ground.
Speaking of put on the ground, here is the man, Yogi Barker. Dangerous whenever he has the ball. Gets a gain of a bunch of yards back after that sack and stopped out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So now make that a 3rd down pending what the flag is on the field. This flag is at the 34-yard line. And it looks like it's going to go against the Fighting Panthers.
Do you have the video playing?
No.
Okay.
You want me to?
No. You're good. I was like, wait, what?
It may not be showing.
It's personal foul of tripping. Moves it back for a 2nd down and
Flag on the
much
play
longer
for
to go.
tripping. That will move the Rangers back to the 19-yard line. Still 2nd down.
So now a 2nd down and a quarter of the field. What will the Fighting Panthers do here? And again, that defense just pressures them. Incomplete pass, but managed to get it off in time.
Barker with the incomplete pass.
It's
That'll
still
bring up a Rangers 4th down.
so it's still 3rd down and 20 plus, and
3rd down.
timeout called.
Timeout. Rangers.
8-6 with 3:14 left to go in the first. The Rangers going to talk it over. .314 left to go in the first. Rangers talking it over and see what they do on a 3rd down here. They air it out to the left side, intended for Dowdle. It's intercepted. Picked off by Erskine, and down the sideline, he's got blockers, staying on his feet, flag thrown. Right now it's a touchdown, but we do have a penalty on the field.
Is intercepted by Erskine. It is a Cowboys touchdown, but there is a flag on the
You
play.
could hear the fans getting into it here in Panama City Beach, and we'll see what the penalty is on the field. Again, we've seen many cases of that.
Penalty, I think, is on.
And we've seen this case plenty of times where the referees have conferred to make sure they're getting the right call and piecing together.
They're discussing it. The penalty, I think, is on the Cowboys because Coach Collins is over there going livid.
It's a false illegal formation.
Holding on the Cowboys.
So the penalties holding on the Cowboys, it's still an interception.
Illegal formation against them. That was declined.
Flags on the play for illegal formation against the Rangers declined. Flag for our block in the
So
back.
decline penalty for illegal formation and then block in the back on the Cowboys.
Interception will stand. It will be a 1st down for the Cowboys. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line.
So Coach Bell is talking to the officials. Normally in that situation, you would have offsetting penalties on the play, or at least because that illegal formation was at the start of the play.
Yeah, the Cowboys can decline it. They can decline their side of it, and then because the block in the back happened after the interception, then the interception stands. Now, in terms of where the ball spotted, that's where it comes into play, and obviously the Rangers accepted that. Now, the discussion they're having is the illegal formation penalty. How can they tweak that formation to make it to where they don't have that penalty? But in terms of the block in the back, that was after the interception, so the interception will stand.
So with that, the Freedom Cowboys have great field advantage inside the red zone on the 18. And another handoff to Hermina. Gets cut out to the left side. Can he get to the pylon? Diving, end zone. Touchdown.
Hermina with the touchdown, Cowboys.
If there's a
19-yard carry.
if there is a candidate for MVP of this Division II championship, it's even an MVP for thus far in the tournament. It's likely Jaden Hermina because you keep feeding him, he's going to get to the end zone.
Well, we had Hermina invited to the All-Star game along with Jeremiah Seuss, and the Cowboys, were considering coming down here to Florida. Of course, they would have overlapped and interfered. And they decided to come down here, and you know what? This is the best decision. This was the best decision for them. I have no shame in saying they absolutely should have come down here to Florida and let Hermina put on a show with the rest of these Cowboys.
2-point conversion looks like it's no good.
2-point conversion attempt is no good. Your score.
And now 12-8, the Freedom Cowboys take the lead in the Division II championship.
12.
.245 left to go here in the first half. Again, 2 15-minute halves for this Division II National Championship. And kick deep back to the end zone, and not even going to give a chance to Barker nor Dowdle to return it back. Now the Rangers go back to work on offense. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 20, and the Fighting Rangers go back to work. Quick toss, right side. They've gone to this play before. Diallo, right side, avoiding tackles, finally wrapped up and brought down after gaining the first down at about the 34-yard line. And they'll continue to move the chains as Rangers try to get another score here in this Division II championship.
What a great job there by Wallace to get the ball out to Diallo. He's such a playmaker, and all they have to do is put the ball in his hands.
And they put the ball in Diallo's hands again, weaving through, staying on his feet, but gets tripped up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3-4 yards.
Pass complete to Diallo to the 30-yard line. That will bring up a Rangers second down. No, you're good. I actually grabbed this and waterfalled it first, and then he started drinking.
It's now on about a 2nd down and 13. Rangers talk it over. Got 15 seconds on the play clock. Panthers have wideouts to the left and right. Excuse me, the Rangers. Scramble. That defensive line gets him down. And the ball is loose, picked up by Jeremiah Seuss, staying on his feet. Jeremiah Seuss finally brought down all the way to the 6-yard line. We'll have to see how all that play went down, but an amazing play for the Freedom Cowboys.
Return
Absolutely incredible on this replay.
Down, Cowboys.
Scramble, he had the pressure coming and he just lost it.
Along with the cords.
And that was an incredible job by that Cowboys defense. They shut out the Panthers after, you know, a 30-minute game, and then pretty much sat out a 45-minute halftime, came out and have not missed a beat other than the incredible plays. The Rangers have had to really make some just incredible plays. But in terms of average, ordinary plays, Cowboys have showed up, and that defense ripping the ball out of the hands is incredible.
So a timeout called here by the Rangers. About a minute 23 left to go in the first half, and the Cowboys are knocking on the door of the end zone. .123 left to go in the first half, and rush to the left side, pushing through the pylon, a touchdown for Trent Plank.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Run by number 44, Plank.
You put the Cowboys in a position to score, they're going to score on you almost every time.
Well, and just a power play by power play by Plank. Try saying that 10 times fast. Power play by Plank. Great job bouncing to the outside, powering, finding that pylon. He was not going to be denied. These Cowboys are really, really, really jumped out ahead. And if I'm not mistaken, they get the opening second half kickoff because they chose to kick.
2-point conversion is no good. 18-8. Freedom Cowboys lead by 10.
With a minute and 15 seconds.
.115 left to go in the first half. Of course, the Freedom Cowboys will receive the ball going into the second. And they're up by 10 points here.
Set to kick it away for the Cowboys. Back deep to return for the Rangers. Number 4, Dowdle, and number 2, Barker.
And booted deep to the right, and it's going to be Dowdle with the return. Muffs the ball a little bit, but Dowdle making sure he's got men blocking him. Cuts back. Dowdle has got an opening, immediately meets with Jaden Hermina, and make that 103 left and decent field advantage on the 38-yard line. The Fighting Rangers, be their last offensive drive of the half, pending any interceptions here or any turnovers on downs. But It's time for the Fighting Rangers to march down the field and get a score.
If you've watched both these games and you're still not convinced that Hermina is a grown man, I don't know what else to show and tell you. I mean, literally, if you have a show and tell project to school, just bring Hermina, okay? And say, hey, my project is grown men. Because that was a massive hit. So much speed Dowdle had running down the field, and Hermina didn't hesitate at all to meet him head on.
Dowdle's got the ball brought down from behind. Joshua Butler had a big defensive sack in that game earlier against the Pack Panthers and gets a sack here in the Division II championship. 45 seconds left on the game clock, and the Fighting Rangers have got to hurry. About 38 seconds left as the Rangers call a timeout here. This Division II championship, Spencer Tomset and James Shannon proud to be on call from Panama City Beach.
It's been a good one so far. I mean, it's only 18-8. Of course, the Cowboys' big 28-0 win to get to this game. And here's the thing about this, Spencer. If the Cowboys win this, they deserve to win this because they played a tough Ezel Harding team who's going to play for the D1 championship on Saturday. Lost that ball game, first game of the day. And then you're going to come out here and play two 30-minute games, so an hour game, so an extra 12 minutes of game time than you're used to playing. And to top that, you have a 45-minute break in between those two where your guys cool off, then have to get warmed back up. Then you've got to come out here and play a team that's fresh, and these guys are taking it to them just like it's nothing.
Rangers have a tough hill to climb as Barker gets the ball to the right side. Gets back to the original line to gain and a little bit more, back to the 42-yard line, and makes that about a 3rd down and 8, maybe a 3rd down and 7. The clock's still winding down. The Rangers have to hurry up here. Hand off again to Dowdle. I think they're out of timeouts and brought down Joshua Butler again. And they're trying to hurry up the offense before the half, and nothing doing. That's the end of the first half. 18-8, the Freedom Cowboys come out swinging in this Division II championship. 15 minutes away from getting the W. We'll be right back in about, they're putting the time on the clock for halftime, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. You're watching the Division II championship of the NHSA 8-Man football tournament 2019 on 8-Man Extreme. Welcome to the start of the second half for the 2019 NHSA Division II Championship. Spencer Thompson and James Shannon on call. 18-8 right now. The Freedom Cowboys lead the Fighting Rangers, and what's been a very competitive game thus far. The Freedom Cowboys coming off of a 28-0 W against the Pack Panthers, looking to bring home a Division II championship back to Huntsville, Alabama. Cowboys receiving the second half kickoff and 15 minutes away from a Division II champion being crowned. Low drive kick, and that one is bobbled but then picked up by Erskine and ruled down by contact at the 27-yard line and takes 3 seconds off.
Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. That'll bring up a Cowboys first down. Well, Spencer, these Rangers only have 15 minutes to get this offense rolling. They've had spots here or there in the first half where they were able to make stuff happen, but this Cowboys defense is so suffocating. They did it to the Panthers. They're doing it to the Rangers. They want this Division II championship game.
Want to bring back a piece of hardware to Huntsville, Alabama. The handoff up the middle as Hermina again gets a few yards. They've just been feeding Jaden Hermina throughout the entirety of this afternoon's games. We have the prize presentations coming up. There will be a trophy for the Division II championship. That'll be immediately following game here. We'll have that for you on the YouTube channel, so make sure to stick around after this game concludes. And then coming up at about 3:30, maybe a little bit later of a start time, is the Division I NHSA championship game between the Ezel Harding Eagles and the Evangel Lightning. Rematch of Week 6. Stuffed at the line, and a loss of a few yards is Trent Plank. Tried to rush the ball up the middle, but nothing doing. Loss for about 3 for 3rd and 13.
Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. That will bring up a Cowboys third down.
About 13:45, and again, it's a benefit for the Freedom Cowboys that they're a rush-heavy team because that's giving less of a chance for the Rangers to get it back.
Yeah, all they've got to have is a couple big plays in the first half. Second half, they could tap the brakes, slow everything down a little bit, play the game like a grandma, and just dominate.
Deep toss across the middle could have been picked off. It was in the range of Evan Cole. The pass intended is incomplete for Erskine.
Intended for Erskine is incomplete. That will bring up a Cowboys third down.
It's third down here for Freedom.
Can I get you to hop up real quick?
Yeah, bro.
All right, just pull the chair up a little bit. No, you're good. You're good. Yep, perfect.
It's now a third down. Fourth down. And see what the Freedom Cowboys do here, seeing if they're going to call a timeout or not. And timeout called by the Freedom Cowboys. It's like Coach Collins wanted to talk it over. Play resumes, and it's punted away. Trent Plank punts it, picked up, and again, the danger is from Yogi Barker. He's got several men to block in front. There is a block in the back there and a flag. Flag called for a block in the back there, and Barker is down at the 23-yard line. Looks like Tanner Kaufman is injured, so they'll move it back about 10, 15 yards. Again, Barker just dangerous when he gets a chance for a punt or kick return. And again, the officials conferring and piecing all the information together. And call is holding on the return team, and first down. So they move it back to the 48-yard line.
48-yard line. But that's still a first down for the Fighting Rangers. I don't know if you can even still hear it.
So the Fighting Rangers start out on their own 48. And flags thrown for likely a false start or neutral zone. So an illegal substitution called against the Rangers.
Penalty for illegal substitution on the Fighting Rangers. That will move them back 5 yards. Still first down.
13:04. Handoff. Here's Barker. Barker trying to block. Gets across midfield to the 49.
To the 48-yard line. That'll bring up a Rangers second down.
It's now a second down. Still a second down and 10. Managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So right at midfield. And off again to Barker. Immediately met by that Cowboy defensive line. And it looked like initial contact was between Hermina and Butler.
That will bring up a Cowboys.
Now 3rd and 10.
Third down.
So on about a 3rd down and 10, rushed down for 12 minutes. Rangers looking for an opportunity. Wallace with a deep toss intended for Dowdle. Makes the catch! Touchdown! Second score of the game.
By Dowdle. That'll be a Rangers touchdown.
You look and see how he gets open there, has the pressure coming. Immediately deep toss to the right and just gets the better of his covering man.
I was making sure you can hear it, but I can't hear it from right there.
Just absolutely incredible on that drive and it getting the better of his defensive man. A handoff to Barker, stop him behind the line. So 18-14 with 11:40. 2-point conversion is no good.
Score.
The
Cowboys 18.
Rangers have made it interesting. 11:40 left to go in the second.
The Rangers for 27.
And that's Pegram with the kickoff, and the Cowboys will have a return So return and tripped up at about the 23-yard line. TJ Lorio on the on the return. About 11:34, and the Cowboys will try to respond.
That will bring up a first down for the Cowboys.
And the Cowboys will try to respond after that great offensive touchdown. Let's just look at it one more time, that great catch.
I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful connection from quarterback to receiver. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you write ballets about. I mean, just a on-the-money connection. And he mossed the defender, too. Right over his head, hauls it in. That's what the Rangers needed to get back in this ballgame with 11 minutes, 30 seconds left.
See how the Freedom Cowboys respond. And it's a direct snap to Hermina. Gets to the outside of the left, trying to stay on his feet. Immediately met Tristan Ellis with the play. Hermina gets back on his feet, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. And
carry by Hermina on the play. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. That'll be a Cowboys first down.
Of course, Hermina going over to the sideline. They're just checking him out to make sure he's okay with that hit. Almost looked like it may have been shoulder to helmet. But that's got the Fighting Rangers fans fired up, and now facing a 1st and 10. See how the defensive stand can go here. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 2-3 yards. And there is an injury for Freedom Cowboys.
To the 34-yard line. There is an injury on the play. Officials timeout.
Trying to see who got injured there, but can't quite see it there. We'll take an injury timeout. So that was Tanner Kaufman injured for Freedom Cowboys, and play clock down to 10 seconds as Freedom faces a 2nd and 10.
Yes. 10 adult, 5 students.
Handoff up the middle. Hermina, gain of a few yards for 3rd down.
Carry by Hermina to the 34-yard line. That will bring up a Cowboys 3rd down.
It's now on a 3rd down and 9. The defense for the Fighting Rangers has done exactly what they've needed to do in this second half.
Yeah, I mean, they have absolutely turned the page on the Cowboys, and they've started to stop them. With 10 minutes left, plenty of time for the Rangers to take a crack at this championship. They've never been to a national championship tournament, and this is a great opportunity for them. Been around for several years, but this is a great opportunity for them to do so.
About 10 minutes left to go, and toss to the right side, incomplete. Short intended for Erskine.
Pass from Kenny and Turner.
Yeah, I mean, they could sit on
Intended
the
for
fence.
Erskine is incomplete. That will bring up a Cowboys 4th down.
9:55 as the Cowboys face a 4th down and 9. and send out the punt team with Trent Plank in the backfield and deep to receive Yogi Barker. Again, the dangerous man anytime he goes for a kick or punt return.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Dave. Yeah.
And punt to the left side. They won't even give Barker a chance to potentially return that. It's picked up by Tristan Ellis going to the right side. Finally brought out at about the 42-yard line. And Ellis with the return. Great field advantage for the Fighting Rangers to go with.
That'll bring up a Rangers first down.
Now in this situation on the 42-yard line, the Fighting Rangers have a chance to take the lead here.
Yeah, they know what they need to do, and that's put the ball in the hands of their best playmaker,
Which is?
Mr. Yogi.
And they've given it to Yogi. Going up the middle, finally tripped up. It's Hermina tripping him up at the 34-yard line. And that's been the story of the game. Hermina, one of the stars who's shown up this afternoon for the Cowboys, has made big plays against the star of the Fighting Rangers and Yogi Barker. Loss on the play, 2nd down and 13. Hand off again to Barker. Looks for the option. There's a flag in the backfield. Barker running to the outside and gets a gain of maybe about 4 or 5 yards, but dirty laundry on the field.
Flag on the play.
Flag in the backfield. There's a little bit of laughter between the official and looked like Diallo. Having a little smile on that call. It's a holding called against Diallo. Either Diallo or somebody else there, but who says?
Holding on the play by the Rangers that will move them back 10 yards. Still
Of course, who says officials can't have fun with these
All right,
guys?
listen, Diallo knew exactly what he did.
Oh, yeah.
And he admitted he would not pass in a trial of whether or not he held. He admitted to it. He was honest about it. They had a little laugh about it.
Left side, Wallace scrambles, gets the toss off to the left, and it's intercepted. A pick for Ethan Walbaum going down the sideline. And a big play for the Freedom Cowboys and a potential momentum shifter in this Division II championship.
Pass is intercepted by number 84, Ethan Walbaum. Ball will be spotted at the 43.
You just see here the pressure's coming on for Justin Wallace. Gets the pass off over there, and it's just too many Freedom Cowboys in coverage for him to make anything out of it.
What a great job there on the pressure by to pressure Wallace to make a bad throw. Just too much air under that. Didn't make it to receiver. Guess who it did make it to? Walbaum, and he absolutely makes him pay on the return. Great field position for the Cowboys.
Now on the 44-yard line, Freedom has a chance to put the game in a two-possession situation. And Kyle Collins, head coach for the Freedom Cowboys, again, they won the Independence Bowl, took the loss to the Ezel Eagles, who are set to face off in the Division I championship after this. Here's Hermina, gets tripped up in the backfield. Yogi Barker makes the stop.
Carry by Hermina to the 44-yard line. That will bring up a Cowboys 2nd down.
FYI, we don't have an MVP. Don't have an MVP.
2nd and 11. Motion, Hermina, direct snap, left side. Hermina finds an opening, gets tripped up at about the 37. About 8:11 to go, and Hermina doesn't quite move the chains yet, but it's now facing
5-yard line. Correction, 37.
it's facing a 3rd down and 4.
Will bring up a Cowboys 3rd down.
Hermina facing a 3rd down and 4.
We always ask, close to the end of the game, we ask him to pick up the track.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotcha.
Freedom Cowboys just pushing down the field. Now face a 3rd and 4. Hermina tripped up in the backfield, immediately met by the freshman Malachi Roberts.
Hermina with the carry to the 42-yard line.
Down for a 4th and 6, loss of 2.
Fourth down.
Make the announcement, if you're staying at Laguna and you're leaving this evening, please drop your keys off either at the office or at the gift shop.
Got it. Yes, sir.
4th and 6 for the Cowboys, trying to keep the drive alive. Kinney tosses it quick right side, incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Hermina.
It's incomplete. That will be a turnover on downs and a first down, Fighting Rangers.
Intended for Hermina on that, but just didn't look like there was communication there, and it's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and a great job by that. I mean, the screen pass was executed to perfection by the Cowboys. Great pressure by the Rangers, but Hermina just did not turn around with enough time. And the result is a turnover on downs.
So now a 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. 2 wideouts on both sides for the Fighting Rangers. It's going to be a direct snap to Yogi Barker. Turning on the Jets. Yogi Barker. Sensational rush. About 59 yards. Wow.
60-yard touchdown run by Yogi Barker for the Fighting Rangers. Touchdown.
You can't make this stuff up for the Rangers to take the lead.
No, and this comeback by the Fighting Rangers down 18-8, and now with a chance to go up by 4 points. This comeback has been incredible, and for this to, for these young men to have that military training and background, it's showing because they are just resilient in the face of adversity. They do not back down. They have not backed down. Cowboys have to answer big on this next drive.
2-point conversion attempt, and tosses it before he goes out of bounds. The catch is made. Unbelievable.
2-point conversion attempt is good. Your score, Rangers 22, Cowboys 18.
We can't go to commercial on that because one big play after another.
No, Wallace too. A great.
Got blocked at the edge. You could see the pass there, but the quarterback was almost out of bounds.
He was almost out of bounds and just dumped it off. And a great job by Diallo to haul it in and give them the 2-point conversion.
Absolutely incredible. Now 22-18. Kickoff at 7:22 left to go, and we'll have a return as the snap is muffed. It's another attempt to return by Lorio. It's cut from the side at about the 13-yard line, and we'll see how the Freedom Cowboys can respond. They're in a tough situation here.
There is a flag on the play.
Got some dirty laundry on the field, and we'll get the call from our official. And again, we've just seen it plenty of times, the officials discussing, piecing the information together, making sure they're getting the right call. Flag is back on the 25-yard line, and it's been great officiating all around thus far. And it's a holding against the return team. So we'll move it back 10 yards for that.
Penalty for holding on the Cowboys. That will back them up 10 yards to the 8-yard line. But it's still first down, Cowboys.
About 7:15 left to go in this Division II championship. Cowboys have to respond. It's a reversal back in the end zone. Right side is Erskine. He's got a little bit of an opening. Tackle made at the legs by Evan Cole, and it'll be a first down.
To the 20-yard line. That's enough for a Cowboys first down.
Erskine making the big play and moving the chains for another first down.
And a great job. A little trickery. We know Coach Collins always has something up his sleeve, but great job by the Cowboys to really get out of that dangerous situation being inside the 10, move out, give themselves a little more breathing room, and now they can really start to work their magic. Under 7 minutes to go, you start grinding the clock and score. That's what you want to do right here.
First and 10. It's a handoff up the middle. It's a fake right side. Kinney taking the rush. He's got some open space. Kinney just past the 40-yard line. And Kinney with amazing blocks by his teammates to get a first down on about the 44.
Cowboys first down.
When you thought that Hermina was the problem on the ground, it's also Kinney on the ground.
Well, hey, Kinney can get some stuff done. He can make some things happen for these Cowboys. He has all year.
First and 10. And it's a direct rush again by Kinney. Gets up to about the 48-yard line. And again, Freedom just trying to run down the clock.
Carry by Kinney to the 47-yard line. That will bring up a Cowboys second down.
It's now about a second down and 5. Under 6 minutes left to go in this Division II championship. Freedom Cowboys trying to bring a trophy back to Huntsville, Alabama. And the Fighting Rangers trying to bring it back. I believe they're also out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
The two Bama teams here in Panama City Beach. It's a reversal. Right side, Erskine gets the first down. Brought down by Martone. Now about 5:15 left to go. So moving the chains for another first down.
To the 46-yard line. That will bring up a Cowboys first down.
It's now first and 10 on about the 47, maybe 46-yard line. First and 10, and a fumble. Looks like the Fighting Rangers got to it. Waiting for the ruling, and it's going the other way.
Fumble is recovered by number 7, Roberts.
And what looked like a chance for the Cowboys to march down the field, it's a fumble recovery.
That defense, I mean, all first half, it was freedom, freedom, freedom. This Rangers defense in the second half, you could see that this Cowboys offense has played a whole lot of football today because they have made some key mistakes, and this Rangers defense has not shied away from being there for any of it.
And now with 4:43 left to go, the Fighting Rangers, time management is the name of the game as the timeout is called by the Cowboys, I believe. At least time here, and a timeout called actually by the Panthers.
Rangers.
Excuse me, the Rangers. Rangers with the timeout 22-18. .443 left to go. This Division II championship game has certainly lived up to the hype. Yogi Barker takes a direct snap right side. He's got some openings trying to weave through down to about the 36-yard line as the clock continues to run.
To the 36-yard line. That will bring up a Rangers first down. Oh, sweet. He's got 2 speakers.
And
Oh, yes.
first down on about the 35-yard line. Barker looking for the pass. His pressure gets it off to the right side. The catch is made. Incredible, but the whistle is blown. Looked like it was a touchdown. And the referee ruled that he stepped it right out of bounds. Might not be able to get the angle from here, but we'll get a replay just to be safe. We'll get the angle, but the referee ruled he stepped right out of bounds on the sideline. See if we could get, is there any white in between? It's tough to tell from this angle. It's tough to tell from this angle, James, but I don't know.
Well,
they have a better perspective than we do.
The officials seem to know the exact spot.
It was ruled out of bounds. It may have been that or a knee down. See if it's tough to call from this angle. They have a better perspective than we do, of course. But regardless of that, the Panthers fans not happy with it. Barker scrambles, being pressured. Right side, Yogi Barker trying to weave through. Can he go all the way? Touchdown!
38-yard touchdown carry by number 2, Yogi Barker. That will give you a Rangers touchdown.
You can't make this stuff up, especially at the high school level. It's just that man is a sophomore. 2 more years of football.
What a comeback for this Rangers team. I mean, just, again, down 18-8. They did not give up. They did not quit, and they have fought to the end.
And end zone edge of the end zone. Is he in? 2-point conversion is good. So now the Fighting Rangers. There are several flags. There's a brawl breaking out. Oh, my gracious. Oh, my gracious. Flags, laundry everywhere. And the Rangers are hyped, but there's going to be some ejections.
So was it 2-point conversion play? A couple guys went at it, and one of the Rangers kids backed up with his hands up like he wasn't involved. And a Cowboys.
And we got the replay for you here on that 2-point conversion to see what happened here. And it's a player tackling a little bit late, and then it's shoved him down. Yep. It's just extracurricular there and trying to tackle him again from the legs. Oh, that's you never want to see that. The officials have to discuss, but there definitely are going to be some ejections here, and we'll get it sorted out in a little bit. But it's tough.
The question is the 2-point conversion good? Was the 2-point conversion good? That's what I'm
That
wondering.
I saw a goal up there.
Okay,
in the
so
back,
it is
so
good.
It's good.
You'll see here on the sidelines, these Rangers were all in a line here on the sideline. Just that
Yeah, and
organized.
Coach Bell telling them to calm down.
Well, that organized, that organized culture that they're in, they know that they just have to stay calm and do their thing and just remain, the young men that they have to be. You cannot lose your composure in this situation, and no judgment passed on on the Cowboys player. Absolutely none.
We'll show it one more time just so those of you could see what's going on. It looks like they do have a call. Looks like they do have a call for us. Not sure which players are going to get ejected, but Coach Bell, of course, wanted to have a discussion with the Whitecap. Just wanted to make sure he knows who the penalty is on. And, of course, the Fighting Rangers still getting hyped up and still waiting for a call here. And I think Coach Collins meeting with the
2-point conversion attempt is good.
So it's just the head coaches meeting together and the referee making sure to tell them to keep your guys under control. I think that's the first time in a while when we've done a broadcast that we've seen a brawl break out like that.
Well, and I don't know if I'd even call it a brawl, but it was a situation that got out of hand, and we haven't seen very many. We've been blessed to not see very many of those this year. I don't think we've seen any this year, and just emotions of being exhausted, playing the 2 games. It all factors in, and it happens. It does.
So, we'll see what they got. So the 2-point conversion is good. It's firmed up here. We'll see what we got after the play. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct. I think 18 is ejected. It was TJ Lorio. Number 5, Daniel Tampa ejected. And number 8 also ejected, I believe, Evan Cole, Daniel Tampa, and TJ Lorio all ejected.
Several players have been ejected.
So I believe with that ejection, they have to leave the field. But of course, both coaches talking to their guys and making sure they stay the course.
What were the numbers?
And again, it looked like it was Evan Cole and Daniel Tampa ejected from the Fighting Rangers 5 and 8, and then TJ Lorio 18, at least from what we pieced and heard from the official. Kind of regret not getting that lapel mic on the referee for this Division II championship, but we'll have it for the next game. Hopefully nothing like that breaks out, of course. But
ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for coming to this 2019 NHSA Division II championship game.
with 3:55 left to go in the game, it's a 30-18 score right now.
Any other trash that you may see, so that we can leave a clean sitting area for the fans of the next game. Thank you.
So with the penalties, it's moved back to the 25, and
Freedom.
Yeah, 8, yeah. It's the second game in a row for them.
That Freedom had someone ejected?
Not the same guy.
so to the 41-yard line, it's, how about that jump by Hermina? Just got a big jump and avoided the tackle, but he's still down there. Him and Samuel Roberto, both of them are down and struggling to get up a little bit. Apologize for the cords being moved around the camera there. Just get some things set up. 3:51 left to go in this Division II championship game. Again, Spencer Thompson and James Shannon, proud to bring you the call here from Panama City Beach, Florida. .351. Here's a deep toss left side by Ogletree, incomplete. Ogletree now in at quarterback for Freedom Cowboys.
Intended for Erskine. It's incomplete. That will bring up a Cowboys second down.
And 3:47 left. The Cowboys have an incomplete pass on second down. It's now a two-possession game or two-touchdown game.
That actually makes it easier too because we can still use that connection for the on-field stuff.
And the toss deep in the right of the field. The catch is almost made. A flag is thrown. Dominic Zana was trying to make the catch, and the flag is pass interference against the defense. They're going to call pass interference on the defense for this one, and that's going to move it up about 10, 15 yards. And they're going to move it over for a first down.
Flag on the play for pass interference. That'll bring up a Cowboys first down.
Moves it up to the 31-yard line for the Cowboys. There's a reversal. Left side is Erskine. Erskine brought down by the Panthers. Keep saying the Panthers brought down by the Rangers.
Carry by Erskine.
So now second down and 10, no gain.
That will bring up a Cowboys second down.
So now a second down and 9. The Cowboys are losing time. It's a two-score game. It's one of those situations where they've got to score quick if they want to get a chance to fight back. And here, deep toss across the middle and intercepted. Dowdle with the pick, pitches it back to Barker. And it's dangerous to give it back to Barker at any point. Reverses the field. Barker, there's some blocks there. Barker has got open space on the right side. He's just staying on his feet to waste time. And collides with Ogletree, wasted down to 241. And Barker is slow to get up.
That'll bring up a Rangers first down.
Barker is slow to get up, telling his fans to get hyped, and that's the last thing you would want as a Freedom Cowboy.
Yeah, I mean, it
Move it up just a little bit closer.
might help if I bring the mic up. Yeah, that was a great job and a great heads-up play by Dowdle just to know, hey, listen, I have absolutely nothing here, but my bro back here has some space, and he returned it. Just a great job.
And now about 2:38 left to go About 2:38 left to go. And as the Rangers have the ball, again, we've got the prize presentations coming up after this for the Division II championship. Rush up the middle, Hermina. And called for forward progress at line of scrimmage, second down. About 2 minutes left. Of course, the Freedom Cowboys got the Independence Bowl win against the Tennessee Heat. Got the win against the Pack Panthers earlier today. Took the loss to Evangel on Saturday, but runner-up in the Division II game, nothing to be too ashamed about as right side the clock continues to rush. And it's Diallo as a timeout is called by Freedom with 1:43 left. As the Fighting Rangers are trying to wrap it up here, the Freedom Cowboys hoping to make it back.
Cowboys.
1:43 left to go in this Division II championship. The Fighting Rangers trying to finish it out, but the Freedom Cowboys hoping for a defensive stop to make it back in this game, down by 12. Rush on the right side. It's given to Nick Johnson, and he gets the first down as it continues to wind down, and that'll most likely do it.
On the play to the 38-yard line. That will bring up a Rangers first down.
And another timeout called by the Freedom Cowboys trying to conserve the clock, and that'll be another first down there. But like we said, James, nothing to be ashamed of for the Freedom Cowboys. They won the Independence Bowl, went 5-2 against Tennessee teams on the year. Great season for all of them, and of course, a great season really for those seniors.
No, absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Both of these teams had fantastic seasons as independent teams. You hate the situation that happened earlier with the players, but look, you know what? At the end of the day, it's a very emotional game. And when you have a situation like you did in this game where one team was up, the other team came roaring back, it's tough, especially as a senior, to cope with that. And so no judgment, no excuses. It is what it is. It happened. But on the same hand, you know what? Cowboys have a job to do for the next minute and 35 seconds, and that's to stay composed. That's to stop this drive. Even if this drive means nothing, stop this drive and keep it going.
Well, for those of you who are looking for the Division I championship big tackle, big play there by Hermina. Loss of 5 yards. For those of you who are looking for the Division I championship between the Ezel Eagles and the Evangel Lightning, that game was supposed to start in a minute, but that's not happening. That's not happening in this one. So that will be starting in probably about 45 minutes to an hour. The time will be changed after this game on the YouTube channel, but be sure to stick around. If you hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon, you'll know exactly when the Division I championship is about to start.
Get the bell on.
Exactly. And the Cowboys get to him in the backfield. A loss. They don't have a way to stop the clock on third down, but it's the final time this season for the Cowboys. They'll take second place in the Division II championship, and the Fighting Rangers will be the Division II champions for the 2019 NHSA tournament. Just an incredible game all around for both teams. Competitive, closely contested, and both sides cheering. That will essentially wrap it up. Victory formation here. And they'll do one last rush play and pitching it backwards, loose, and picking it up. That will go out of bounds, but that ends the game. 30-18, the final score here from Panama City Beach. The Division II championship has concluded. 30-18, the Fighting Rangers victorious over the Freedom Cowboys. Trophy presentation is coming up. We'll be back in just a few moments.
NHSA Division II champions again.